Welcome to A Pair of Bookends, the book club you can carry anywhere. I'm your host, Hannah MacDonald, and I'll be bookending the conversation with some of the most exciting voices from the bookish world. Hello and welcome to our summer reading episode. I'm so excited to bring you all this bonus episode. 2 years ago, Claire Daverley joined me to discuss her debut novel, Talking at Night, and we also talked about our summer reading plans, and she gave a wonderful list of book recommendations for you all for that summer. Last year, Emma Hines, my wonderful bookish pal, joined me to create a summer reading guide for you all, and this year we have recruited some wonderful authors and brilliant bookish pals to bring you what they think you should be reading this summer and beyond. There's some excellent recommendations here from some truly excellent people, and I hope that you take on not just their book recommendations but also go off and read their books. Thank you so much to the authors that have contributed to this episode. I am beyond grateful, and I really hope you listeners find something for yourselves in here. I'm so excited for you all to hear this. Think of it as some bookish voice notes from your bookish pals. On to the episode and enjoy! Have a great rest of your summer, guys, and thank you so much once again for listening to A Pair of Bookends.
Hello, this is Rebecca Perry, author of May We Feed the King, and the book I would like you to add to your summer reading pile is Florenza by Phil Melanson.
Hello, I'm Shahada Zaidi. I'm the author of The Othered Woman and a writer, and the book that I would like to recommend for the summer is The Project by Annie Lord, which came out a few weeks ago and I completely inhaled it. It's such a good rom-com, very much a rom-com for the modern dating age, and yeah, couldn't recommend it more, so please do check out The Project.
Hi, I'm Hannah Beer. I'm the author of I Make My Own Fun, and this is my summer reading recommendation, The Wedding People by Alison Esbach, for my perfect summer read. It really just had everything that I could possibly want in a book to read on holiday. It was surprisingly really funny in a way that often people say books are funny and then it's like a dry humour, but this was genuinely funny and so not what I thought it was going to be. I thought it would be kind of lighthearted, and actually it dealt with some quite serious stuff in a very loving way. And it was also just a beautiful love story, and I wasn't expecting that at all.
Hi, I'm Bobby Palmer, author of Main Characters, and the book I think you should be reading this summer is Less by Andrew Sean Greer. I think for me, a summer read, a beach read, holiday read should be first and foremost entertaining, and Less is one of those books I come back to because it's really funny and it's really light and it's just an absolute joy to read. It's about an author called Arthur Less who ends up on a kind of round-the-world book tour odyssey because he's taking up all these appointments to try and get his ex-boyfriend out of his mind. But it's just a really moving and wise and profound story that's really nicely written and is a kind of travelogue, but also so much more than that. And it's got one of the best final pages in all of literature.
Hi, I'm Lucy, author of The Lamb, and my summer reading recommendation for you is The Life Cycle of a Moth by Ro Irvin.
Hello, I'm Marcia Hutchinson, author of The Mercy Step, and the book I'd like to add to your summer reading pile is Act Normal by Peter Carlo. Enjoy.
Hi, I'm Kira Mowat Hargrave, author of Almost Life, and here's a book I think should be on everyone's summer reading list. Villa Coco by Andrew Sean Greer is a madcap masterpiece. Full of his trademark wit and warmth, it's about a young man who travels to Italy for the summer to help an absolutely batshit aristocrat clear out her crumbling, magnificent villa. He meets a host of amazing characters, and he might even find love. It's an absolutely brilliant summer read, but it has real depth to it too, and will make you feel like you're stretching your brain just enough in the sun.
Hi, I'm Seth Insua, author of Human Animal, and the book I'd like you to add to your summer reading pile is, appropriately, The Summer Book by Tove Jansson. It's a short but truly luminous novel that feels like summer, and I come back to it most years. It's about a 6-year-old girl and her grandmother spending the summer together on a tiny island in the Gulf of Finland. Very little happens, and yet it somehow contains everything, and it really feels like the summer itself, spacious, vivid, and fleeting.
Hi Bookish Pals, I'm Emma Hines, author of Witch Law, and my recommendation for a perfect summer read is Tender by Lauren Duplessis. Set during a long English summer, an archaeobotanist called Nell is part of an archaeological dig in the Somerset Fens, uncovering ancient bodies interwoven with floral adornments. As the hot summer goes on, the strangeness of the human remains begins to infect her life and her body in haunting and uncanny ways. This is a perfect read for anyone who likes their summer reads with a side of spooky.
Hi, I'm Emily Slapper, author of It Might Never Happen, and my recommendation is Bonjour Tristesse by Françoise Sagan. And I think it's the perfect summer read because it's short, it's compulsive, it's set on a beach, and the characters are constantly drinking aperitifs.
Hi, I'm Niseba Yunus, author of Fundamentally, and a book I am recommending this summer is Mother Mary Comes to Me by Arundhati Roy.
Hey, I am Madeline Gray, the author of Chosen Family and Green Dot. The book I think should be on everyone's summer reading list is a throwback to 1982. It is Barbara Trepeto's brother of the more famous Jack. It's about a young woman, Catherine, who enters a world of British bohemian academia and has to grow up quite fast. It is extremely funny and a kind of charm novel that just is absolutely timeless.
Hi, I'm Ashley Thorpe. I'm the author of The Boys Beat the Gods and Spirit Warriors, and the book I'd like to add to your summer reading pile is Smalley by Eden Mackenzie Goddard.
Hello, I am Steph Yeboah, author of Doing It for the Plot and Chaotic Energy, and the book I'd like to add to your summer reading pile is I Want You to Be Happy by Jem Calder.
Hi, I'm Celia Silvani, author of Just Between Mothers, first published as Baby Teeth, and the book I'd like to add to your summer reading pile is the stunning The Shampoo Effect by Jenny Jackson. It's about the impact of a younger woman entering a very close-knit friendship group, and it is swarming with saucy secrets. I also learned a lot about the egg-laying habits of swans, which was a plus, and I was very moved by it, actually. It provides a very generous look at how difficult it is feeling unloved and unwanted as an adult. And it's also so genuinely funny at times. Read it, add it, talk to me about it.
Hi, I'm Kieran Goddard, author of Icy Buildings Fall Like Lightning, and the book I'd like to recommend to you is Question 7 by Richard Flanagan, which is a kind of formally experimental non-fiction book with all of the kind of depth and humanity and poeticism of the best novel. I've recommended it to a lot of people, and I'm going to continue to do so because it's a genuinely brilliant book.
Hi, I'm Stacey Yu, author of Kitten, and the book I'd like to add to your summer reading pile is Claudine in Paris by Colette.
Hi, I'm Alice Slater, author of Death of a Bookseller and Let the Bad Times Roll, and my summer reading recommendation is Hello Limerence by Momo Yamaguchi. So this is a book for anyone who has ever had a crush that's so consuming, they've scrolled to the end of someone's Instagram grid, they've checked when their crush was last online more than 3 times in an hour, or found themselves on the tarot card reader side of TikTok at 3 a.m. It's an exploration of hypersexuality, chronic loneliness, obsessive crushes, and unquenchable thirst, and it's all told from the point of view of the horniest and most delusional narrator you could ever hope to meet. I absolutely loved it, and I hope you will take it for a spin this summer.
Hi, I'm Jodie Chapman, author of California Gold. One book I think you should add to your summer reading pile is Slanting Towards the Sea by Lydia Helia.
Hello, I'm Eliza Clark, author of Boy Parts, Penance, and She's Always Hungry. And the book that I'd like you to add to your summer reading pile is, I think I'm going to go with Permanence by Sophie McIntosh, because I was recently very surprised that it wasn't on the book long list. I think it's her best book. Yeah, I really liked it. I think it's been my favourite book this year.